Alright, you guys, it's been over a year. Lord knows what's going on in that studio room, but we have to go back. It's time to record another episode.
It really is, man. We gotta do it for us. We gotta do it for the fans. We gotta do it for everyone in the entire world.
For brotherhood. For friendship.
Dylan, what are you packing?
Let's see. Check my bag here. Alright, I got a gun, a spear, and some nunchucks.
Luke, what do you got?
I got a flashlight.
That's
Alright, that's good. It may be dark in there.
We don't know if the power's still on.
It's a big flashlight.
Okay. Oh, okay. John, what do you have?
I've got a slightly bigger flashlight.
Yours is not bigger than mine.
Alright,
It is black,
this
though.
is serious. This is serious.
Alright.
We have to go in there. On 3. 1.
Wait. We're going in there with just flashlights and a spear? And a gun?
Well, better than a flashlight.
Oh, gosh, no.
What do you guys think is in there?
Dude, I don't know, man. I've heard some stories. Since we've left, all kinds of creatures have made their way into that studio. We don't know what's behind that door.
I heard one of your bass guitars just playing in there one day, but you weren't there.
Ghost too? Frick. I don't think
I don't care
that.
what it is. This is our studio. This is our home. Together, we can stop anything. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
With you.
1, 2, 3.
What is that thing? Flash him! Come here! Punk, damn it! Alright, freak! Look out, there's an alien! It's got an anal probe! I got you, Dylan! Use the flashlight! There's one more in the corner! Stab it! Kill it! Kill it with fire! Are your guys' flashlights okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, here are some things. Welcome back, Somethings Podcast listeners! Yay! Guys, it has been way too long, but here we are united, finally back together, the strong trio. I am here, I am Dylan, and I am once again joined by my awesome co-hosts,
John.
and
Luke!
oh my gosh, guys. It has been far too freaking long.
What the heck happened?
Dude, too much has happened. You know, our last episode, we sat there and we poked fun at COVID, which I still hate, but we sat there and it literally just ruined all of our lives. So, in quick summary, people are probably wondering, what did it take you guys so long? I mean, a whole year of layoff. I mean, guys, you gotta understand, I was working at this company, which I don't even know if I want to say the name yet or not, but anyway, I was working for that warehouse distribution center, and literally when COVID hit, we got swamped with overtime. I'm talking 10-hour days, 6 days a week. I literally had no free time, and the one day I had off, I didn't want to do anything. Like, it was even a chore for me to, as much as it sucks to say, it was a chore for me to go to church. Like, that's how bad things had got. On top of that, they then decided they want to compete with Amazon, so they're like, oh, nobody gets a full weekend off anymore. You have to choose whether you want to work Saturday or Sunday. And my stupid manager came up to me and said, oh, well, I got a great idea. Just join graveyard shift. That way you still get your weekend. He was lying. I did not get my weekend. I was more tired than ever, and it sucked. I had to work with idiots. They didn't know what they were doing. I hated it.
And in contrast, how has your year been, John?
Yeah, wasn't that bad, Got married.
Woohoo!
We got a snake and 2 dogs during quarantine. I had 3 different jobs in that time.
3?
Yeah, so
Holy
I worked
crap.
for the drafting office, then I worked for Prestige,
Okay, yeah, I
and
remember
now
that
I'm
one.
at Rainbow Bolt, which also, Dylan's my work buddy.
Woohoo! Yes. Yeah, so speaking of my craft warehouse job, I was able to find a job through employment with, like John said, Rainbow Bolt and Supply, so free plug for them.
Shout out.
But yeah, again, I have my regular schedule Monday through Friday back, so that helped to alleviate so much stress in trying to schedule out just when we could actually get together and make these podcasts. So me and John are now on a Monday through Friday schedule. And Luke, how has your quarantine year been?
Not good.
Not good at all.
I don't know. It started out fantastic. When we were quarantined and we had to stay home from school,
Right.
it was great because none of the teachers were prepared for us. It was like, we'll just meet on Zoom, I guess.
Yeah.
There were like no assignments. There were a couple of quizzes at the end. But
Right.
It was the easiest semester I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
That went well. Summer was not bad.
Right.
The fall.
The fall of man.
The fall. Ugh. By the fall, the teachers had all summer to adapt and come up with torturous assignments.
Gosh, man.
So everything being online, it's like, yeah, here's these 4 assignments for every class due at the end of the week. Just get them done. And if you have any questions, we'll meet on Zoom. It's like,
Right.
gosh darn it. I hate that kind of stuff. I like the classes where you show up for the lecture,
Right.
pay attention, and then take a couple of tests in the year, and then you're good to go.
Right. Normalcy.
Normalcy. This has sucked. This has crushed my entire desire to teach music. Crushed it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But it's okay.
Why is it okay, Luke?
Because I found another opportunity, guys.
Oh, yes,
Another
you
opportunity
did.
for a job. What could it be?
Well,
A musical stripper.
Dude.
close. Not really. So I'm sitting there at my computer,
Okay.
right? Because I'm doing online classes.
Constantly, yes.
And I go and check my email, and behold, there's an email from
Behold.
Behold.
there's an email from one of my previous bass instructors,
Okay.
and it's not an invitation, but it's talking about auditioning for the Air Force band.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I've never really thought about it, but I might as well give it a try. Like, I was like, it's a long shot. There's going to be people from conservatories of music trying out for this. So I figured, let's just take a shot, see what happens.
Right.
At least it'll be good experience.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I ended up getting the job.
Woohoo!
So no longer do I have to teach music. I will be heading off into the Air Force this summer,
Yeah.
and I will be playing music for a living.
That's right. Our little Lukey's going to be a military man. I love him so much. But sadly, guys, that being said, we might be looking for another ringer here. Because when Luke takes off for basic training and everything, we don't know when his availability will be. We don't know what else is going to happen. So we will keep you posted on that. We will be trying to try out some guest hosts, see what's going on. But yes, Luke will be gone for an interspurtant. I don't even know if that's the right word, but interspurtant. I'm making it a word now. Interspurtant period of time.
Just made up a word.
Yeah, why not? We got our own podcast. We can do anything now.
We're in that Jeopardy phase where we're looking for a new host. Oh man,
If only we can get Aaron Rodgers on the show.
guys. Okay, over the quarantine,
What?
should we just go through all the bad stuff that happened?
Gosh, do we want to? Let's see.
Baseball season was canceled almost.
Yeah.
The Olympics were shoved back a year.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek is no longer with us.
Ah, man.
I'm curious, the Olympics, though, because they do it every 4 years, right?
Correct.
So it's always on like an even number.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's screwed up now. Unless they're just going to do the Olympics 3 years from now when they
Yeah.
do it. Are they going to do that?
Yeah, so you got the Summer Olympics this year, Winter Olympics next year, Summer Olympics again 2 years after that.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, 'cause
Weird.
that would really bug me if they started doing it on odd numbers.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see the 2020 Olympics logo?
No.
No.
It was... It worked well.
Was it crappy design or what?
No, it was good.
Oh, okay.
It was really good because the 2s and the 0s lined up with the Olympic rings.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was perfect. And then it was like, psych, it's 2021 now.
Okay. See, when you said like it was perfect or it worked well, like I thought you were saying like, oh, it worked well because it was a crappy year, so it looked like a crappy logo.
That one?
Okay, yeah, that does actually look
And
pretty
it's
good.
in Japan, so that's why it's got that red. It
got
worked
the sun.
perfectly.
Is it just me or looking at that logo, I just think of kindergarten or something, like elementary school. Just the colors, it's all fun and nice, simple.
Did you go to a special kindergarten?
No, I went to was it Child Time? It had the little handprint.
Child Time.
Shout out Child Time. I mean, I don't know if you guys need a free sponsor plug, but I mean, you know, hey, there you go.
No,
Anyway.
we need sponsors.
We do need
Child
sponsors.
Time, sponsor us.
Well, again, it's like, you know, freaking COVID shut down everything. Like I said, movies were quiet. You know, we weren't able to go anywhere. Like you said, Luke, sports were canceled. Nice. John's getting some live video right now for us. But yeah, so
Check
again,
social media.
sports were canceled. You weren't able to attend. Everywhere you got to wear a freaking mask. And you know what's kind of funny? All three of us have another bond outside of just being, you know, Christian and everything. But, you know, among other things. We all got COVID. We all have our separate COVID stories. So that actual... But John, is your phone still
How
on?
is it still going? You
John,
locked it.
quit
Shut it
acting
off,
like
John.
an old man.
I don't know technology. But anyway, yeah, so weirdly enough, you know, it's like, again, our jobs all required us to wear masks when we were, you know, going to them or whatever. And it was so stupid. Like, I went day after day after day wearing that mask, like I said, 10-hour days. And we ended up getting it through a family member? Like, do you want to get that
I don't know
person's-
for sure.
Whatever happened, like, I was actually...
We could have gone in that hotel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
During
so
the audition, when
Yeah.
I went to audition for the Air Force, I brought Dylan and one other friend along.
Yeah, who will remain nameless. But yeah, so yeah, me and Luke,
It wasn't me.
Shout out to Noah.
Yeah, shout out Noah. But yeah, so when we went up north, that's where Luke's audition was, up in Northern California. Yeah, we were both fine. I literally got tested that Wednesday prior, and then it was the following Tuesday. I got a notification from one of my friends saying, like, oh, hey, I tested positive, like, get yourself tested again. So I had to go through this whole rigmarole of calling up Kaiser and tell them, like, hey, I know I'm supposed to wait a certain amount before I get tested again, but my other friend got tested, she's positive, I need to get tested because I can't go back to work unless, or if I'm feeling symptoms and stuff, which I want to just make sure that's all good. Yeah, so I had COVID, needless to say. And I think out of the three of us, I probably got it the, quote, worst. If you can even call it that.
Hard quotes.
Noah and I basically didn't have any. We had.
Well, I meant the three of us here. I mean, screw Noah. I don't care. But,
I don't know. What was your experience like, John?
Yeah, so I got COVID. I don't know how. Honestly, like, I don't know. I guess I do know how because I don't take it that seriously.
yeah, even after getting it, I still don't. Just being honest here.
But so I ended up getting it, and the only thing that was messing with me is I couldn't taste or smell anything, and that is the worst. Okay,
Dude. Oh man.
As a true fat man
Yes.
who loves food,
Amen.
If I can't taste what I'm eating, what's the point?
Yep.
It was around Valentine's Day, right? And so I was at the old spaghetti factory, and we got food, right? Took it home. Or no.
You usually get food at restaurants, yeah.
Yeah.
I know how that works.
Oh, sometimes you get drinks.
Same.
Yeah. Okay, so it was like that evening, I started not being able to smell or taste.
Oh,
But
gosh.
we were already out.
Right.
So, I mean,
what are you gonna say at
world.
that point?
But so we're eating our food, and I'm like, babe, I'm pissed off right now. And she's like, why? Because you can't taste? I'm like, no. I mean, yeah, but no. We spent over $100 there, and I couldn't taste any of it. It was a giant waste of money. It was infuriating. But besides that, in my 2-week quarantine, the only other thing is I had a slight cold, but I feel like I always have a slight cold.
Right.
I don't know. Allergies maybe. I don't know. So it wasn't that bad. The first week was nice. It was like a little vacation, right? Although you're stuck at home, it's like a staycation.
Yeah.
Okay. The second week, we got so bored that we bought a puppy. And it was just so boring. I was ready to go back to work by Tuesday of the second week.
Right. Yeah, I know for me, so it was
Didn't you lose 80 pounds?
I wish. No, sadly, listeners, I actually gained all that weight back I lost from the challenge. So I gotta, depression quarantine does a lot to you. My emotions, after my work schedule, I was just done for the day. I didn't want to do anything.
I'm heavier now too.
Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, so when I actually got sick with COVID, so again, I had already been off work for a week because I had to make sure that I was getting a negative test result before going back to work after coming into contact with somebody who had it. And then once I actually tested positive, I was out for another 2 weeks. So I had, essentially a whole month off. But yeah, so it's the first day, I felt soreness in my back, but I was just okay, it's nothing unmanageable or unbearable, whatever. But then it was the first 2 nights of sleeping. I just had these cold fevers. I went to, because I had the whole day, I was just making sure, I do what I usually do with a cold is, you sweat it out. You just put on sweats, whatever, just stay warm, and you kind of just, let the body, kill off the virus. But yeah, so the first 2 nights were just miserable, and just, having to sit there, I'm freezing to death. I literally had to convince myself with mental willpower, get yourself out of bed. I was under I think 1 or 2 fleece blankets at this point, by the way. In the middle of the night, I'm just get out of bed, go turn on the heater, go put on more clothes, and I had to just throw the blanket off and go in the hallway, flick everything on, and just, it was miserable that first night. But after that, everything started to kind of teeter out. It was just those first 2 nights that were bad. But then, like John said, I did lose my taste and smell for several days. Mm-hmm. And it was just so depressing because, like you said, if you can't taste food, what's the point? So I sat there for, the next 3 or 4 nights, however long it was, just making myself peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just so I had some kind of nutrition in me. And I just sat there, ate it miserably, drank water or something that might have had some taste to it, but I couldn't taste anything.
You know what's the worst part about lack of taste?
What?
Is Savannah will be cooking stuff, right, in the kitchen. And she'll be like, babe, you got to try this. It's so good. I'm like, why? I'm of no help.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, or she'll be like, hey, can you see if this needs anything added to it? No, I can't.
Yeah,
there's nothing I can do.
What do you want from me?
If it tastes like crap, that's on you. I have nothing to do with it.
That's
Well,
what I
at that-
told
at that
my
point,
wife.
Luke's not married. He's lying. I was gonna say, John, you're like, if it tastes like crap, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, she could have cooked you little crap, and you could have eaten it. Like
It's
at that
true.
point.
It's true. She wouldn't though.
No, she's nice. Savannah's nice.
Well, she might.
Like,
I was gonna say, if anybody's wife were to ever do anything like that to them,
Yeah.
you guys would do that to each
Yeah.
other.
oh
Probably.
gosh. All right,
Not
how about-
something that gross, but yeah, we do
Right.
prank each other a lot.
yeah. How about you, Luke? What was your COVID like?
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
I love the quarantine.
Luke,
That was
again, Luke's
great.
going into the Air Force. He already had a fit body, so he was fine. But
fit body.
fit body.
I gotta
Fit that body.
I gotta make it fit before the summer.
Gosh, man. Hey, well, how about that? We can all just work out together. I know, I did talk to John a couple weeks ago about how, again, I already gained the weight back and whatnot. And so we're trying to figure out maybe times after work where me and him can get together or, whatever. But yeah, I definitely need to just get on it again. I tried starting it last week, but then on a fun note, we did actually buy a new car. So yay, me and Sarah. Yeah, so, because of that, I worked out last week, and then this week was just nothing but, arranging car dealership stuff. We had to go test drive the car, had to go do this, had to go do that, and we had to drive down to San Clemente after work, so it was a pretty long week, and I was just exhausted, so it's just I come home, I'm like, I'm not working out,
Did you do
You know
anything
what?
fun while you were down there?
Yes, we actually did. We tried out 2 restaurants. There was one Mexican place, I don't remember the name, but it's,
Armando's.
there was by
Jose's.
I could probably look it
Taco
up. Yeah.
Del Taco.
Real nice Del Taco, yeah. But no, they had this Mexican place that I got this thing called the Mayan burrito, and they had this nice chili verde sauce on top, and then it was covered in pepper jack cheese. No, it wasn't pepper jack. It was some kind of cheese, but it was just they
Chili
had
Verde.
yeah. So it was this green sauce on the burrito. It had shredded chicken or beef inside. The whole thing was just amazing. And then when we went to go the night we went to pick up the car. After test driving it, it was an Italian joint we went to, and I had this seafood pasta with scallops, shrimp, and it was it had a spicy vodka sauce in it. Oh, so good. But yeah, so that was the fun things we did,
Nice.
and then we went to a froyo shop or some kind of ice cream parlor. It was real nice, hole in the wall. But yeah, they dip everything that you get, whether you get a soft serve or a chocolate banana, or you can even get just ice cream bars, and they'll dip it in whatever toppings you want. So it's real nice.
You know what?
Wow.
I did get a new car. I got a new car.
Hey,
during
you too, huh?
quarantine. It feels so long ago now.
Right.
But yeah, that stimulus check hit, and then the unemployment hit.
Oh man, yeah, Luke.
Those
Luke
two
hit me.
together, I basically got the car for free.
Yeah.
That was the best deal I've ever gotten. So I got a little Chevy HHR that can fit all of my gear. I can fit
Right, all
my
your
upright bass, both my electric. Oh, I bought another electric bass too.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I saved up for that. So both my electric basses, my amplifier, a couple of music stands, extension cord. I can fit everything I need in there
Nice.
and still have room.
That's awesome.
Yeah, still have room in the front seat for a friend.
Right.
So you
if
guys
you have
flip
any.
a coin. Yeah, both my friends, both of you guys.
All right. So now, Luke, you got this. Excuse me, I got a mouthful of food. But you have this interesting paper in front of us. You want to explain what this is?
Yeah, so we've got some quarantine bingo here. So we're gonna see. There's a variety of things. So let's see. One of them is baked banana bread. So if you did that, you would circle it, cross off, whatever. The goal is to get 5 in a row, and we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now we're back, and let's see. Does anybody have a bingo?
After looking at all this, no, I do not have a bingo.
You used to have a dog named Bingo?
That was his name?
Nice.
No.
Do you have a bingo now?
No, I don't. No.
Guys, I have a bingo.
Oh, Luke's got
Boo.
a bingo.
You
Okay.
rigged it. No.
So I'll read you the 5 in a row I have.
Okay.
I've got cut your own hair. I do that all the time. Check. Absolutely nothing. Yep, I did absolutely nothing. Guys, I watched so much Survivor over quarantine. There's 40 seasons of that show, and I'm in 25 now.
Oh my
40?
gosh.
There's 40 seasons, yeah, and it's still going. Should be here in the spring. I mean, the fall. Woohoo. Okay, anyway, just got into that. Okay, forgot your Zoom mic was on. Yep, I did that. Picked up a new hobby, or 10. Yeah, we started golfing, so
Yes,
John and
yes,
I
we did.
picked that up over the break,
I wasn't invited.
quarantine. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure we've
I feel-
invited you, and you're like, I don't like it.
I'm pretty sure I never got a golf invite.
I don't know if everybody else did, but I've been like, Dylan, let's go golfing. You've been like, yeah, it's golf. It's for old people.
Right, but I thought you would actually if I didn't know you were just messing around. I didn't think if you were going to go out there, you would
Let's
have
go
actually invited
golfing
me.
right after this.
No.
Yeah. What?
I would go.
I
but
do
can't.
have.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got parties lined up.
You have parties lined up?
Yeah, we're not going together.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's got his family, niece, nephew,
My cousin's daughter.
Cousin.
So, I mean, kind of like a niece, I guess.
a thing. He's got a thing, and then I've got my niece's birthday party. So we're going to the movies, and then
Dude, you have so many nieces.
dude, March and April are like me trying to escape birthdays. It's so just tedious, and so many of them.
I wish I had as many nieces as you, but for some reason my siblings are taking freaking forever.
Hey man, look, when you're married, you take the time. People, this is my PSA to you. If you get married, enjoy each other's company at first, all right? Don't try to have kids right away. Just love each other. Enjoy each other. Embrace each other.
Yeah, but Savannah and I are sick of each other now. We want kids. I'm just kidding.
Embrace each other.
Anyway, my fifth one.
Okay.
Went 7 days without a shower. Yeah, I definitely did that.
Gross.
I
I did the same thing at one point.
What is wrong with the two of you?
What? It happens, man.
7 days? No, it happens is like 3 days. Okay, 7 days is not it happens. 7 days is a, I don't know, something's wrong with you.
Dude,
Seven days is I'm in quarantine in my
dude.
room all alone.
Yeah,
who the heck cares?
When I had COVID and everything, I literally sat there for like the first couple weeks. It's like I couldn't go out, I couldn't do anything. So I was just like, whatever. I'm not getting sweaty. I don't smell awful. Like I'm not gonna go out and do anything anyway. No one's gonna see me. Why do I care? I mean, I still changed my clothes. Let's get that straight. I didn't just wear the same pair of underwear for a week straight. But, again, I just didn't shower. I'm like, okay, I didn't get sweaty. I didn't do anything. And it was during the winter, so it was still cold. I was like, whatever. That was me. I mean, I don't know Luke's explanation,
Okay, now let's see.
He's not even gonna give one.
Same thing as the quarantine.
Yeah, you just sit around doing nothing. It's like, what's the
just like
point?
in my own room, so.
Anyway.
Okay, so anyway, who has the highest total? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Counting free
1,
space
2,
or not counting free
3,
space?
5, 6. I think I've only got like 7 here.
Count the free space.
Count the free space. I've got 7.
Amateurs.
I've got 8 then, if I count the free space, which is kind of pointless.
Amateurs. Did we all binge the Tiger King?
I got binged to Tiger King, yeah.
No, I binged like 4 or 5 episodes, then I gave up. So I guess technically not.
Wasn't it only like a 6-episode series you could have finished?
Was it 6? It was just so stupid.
I want to say it was short, yeah. It was.
My parents and brother were like, "Oh, you gotta watch this. It's so cool."
It was definitely interesting. Like, I know people go crazy about it, but I was
It united us during the first parts of quarantine.
It was something
Unfortunately, that's what united us, yes.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. So okay, you already went over what you had for your bingo, Luke, but I think other than that, I don't really have too much that I did. Cut my own hair, went 7 days without a shower, spent too much time on TikTok. I watched a lot of compilation videos.
Those Instagram reels.
Yeah, like Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Baked banana bread, and then gave up on a hobby because I stopped working out and, like I said, gained all that weight back.
I'm still golfing, so I don't think I gave up on a hobby.
Yeah.
Well, but again, that's why you have the pickup. Which I'd like to say this too for the listeners. We got this quarantine bingo from some kind of college. There's a weird looking T in the corner, so I just want to stipulate I hate this because it has on here a square that says played Animal Crossing. But you know what? Doom came out Doom Eternal, as Luke wants to put it. That came out around the same time as Animal Crossing, and it was way better game. So I don't get why that's on here, but Doom isn't. Doom was friggin' amazing, and they've already had 2 expansions added on now. The Eternal was it the Old Gods Part 1 and 2? It was so
Do you have
awesome.
to cross anything in Doom Eternal?
You have to cross ravines with a shotgun that has a chain on it.
So Doomy Turtle is crossing ravine. That sounds like Animal Crossing to me.
It does, yeah.
You're an idiot. Anyway, that's my pet peeve with this stupid quarantine bingo thing.
That's your pet peeve?
Yeah.
Doom's not on here. You do play Pokemon Go still, right? I feel like that's more close to Animal Crossing.
Right, that hobby stayed.
Than the Doomy Turtle.
My turtles are just so insulted right now.
That's all right. They'll get over it.
They will. They won't even remember. I don't even think they know that we're here now. But yeah. Anyway, let's see. So what? Gosh, man, it's so crazy to think. One other thing I want to stipulate too for the listeners. I know we usually have our segments where we go entertainment, sports. Since we've been gone for so long, this episode's going to be a mishmash of just randomosities. Mishmash. Yeah, anyway, it's just going to be a bunch of random, spur of the moment things. So we'll see how long this goes, how short it goes. As long as we can entertain you guys and, hold your ear holes close to our mouth holes, I mean, we're doing our job. We're entertaining you. We're showing you love and support through this podcast.
I'm not putting my tongue in it, though.
Legally, that is not our job.
Why don't you want to put your tongue in someone's ear, John?
Because earwax. And so many other reasons.
I don't get it.
Decent reasons.
Yeah.
But, I do want to say, though, even though we had this quarantine bingo that Luke rigged so he could win,
Hey, I got this from the Owls.
The Owls? Is that what that T stands
I
for?
don't know.
The Owls?
At the top, it says circle all that apply and tag 3 owls.
Ugh, what a terrible name. 3 Owls don't sponsor us. Watch them be like some actual like local college here in California. Hey.
They're like Texas or Tennessee or Tucson or something with a T.
Or they're tupid.
Tupid.
They're tupid. All right, but yeah, guys, so I actually do have a story of Am I the Butthole for it?
Yes.
It's been a minute, so again, I wish I could have come up with more, but you know what? I only had like a whole year to plan for it, so I didn't have enough time. But here we are, and the title of this story is "Am I the Butthole for Eating Sexy Potatoes?" Let that sink in.
I'm intrigued.
Am I the butthole for eating sexy potatoes?
Okay, can I take a guess about what this is?
Go for it.
Here's what I think. I think during the quarantine, somebody entertained their kids by having them carve potatoes, and one of the kids carved like a sexy potato.
So like an actual person looking potato. Okay.
And then they ate the potato. The kid's masterpiece.
So you're thinking the kid got mad at the mom or something, the mom or dad.
Yeah, and they're like, it's a potato.
Okay. John, do you have a guess on sexy potatoes and what that means?
Repeat the title again.
Am I the butthole for eating sexy potatoes?
I don't know. I can only imagine like there's someone like so bored at home in quarantine and they were like, that potato looks like a set of boobs. And then they wanted to keep the potato because it's funny.
Okay.
And then like their roommate straight up ate it because he wanted like a baked potato. And now he's a butthole because he ate the boob potato.
So
I bet I'm closer.
So the two guesses we have on the table as it stands right now are Luke's sexy figurine potato and booby potatoes from John.
I would not eat booby potatoes.
Well, they're not actual boobs. It's a potato.
I think I would be scared. It would freak me out.
All right. So here we go. You're both wrong. I'll just clarify that right now. You're both wrong on this. Gross. All right. It honestly feels ridiculous that I have to post this, but my coworker has been getting onto me about this for weeks now, so I have to ask.
Stop it, Luke.
No, so that's like my whole life I've been eating potatoes by microwaving them, then biting into them, eating them hot dog style.
What? Hold on. No. You're the butthole.
Hold on.
What kind of person microwaves potatoes?
Time out.
Hold
I
on.
can defend that. Microwaving a potato is just a lazy way to make a baked potato.
Yes, that's all it is.
Like eating it like a hot dog, though, that's weird.
Hold on. We'll get into this. We'll get into this. You jumping the gun, Luke. All right.
He's just
All
so
right.
mad.
This is the easiest, most convenient, and intuitive way for me to eat potatoes, sweet potatoes or regular. I think this is how people in Japan eat them, or at least this is how I was taught by my Japanese parents to eat them.
Wow, gotta always blame the Japanese.
Whenever I go to a grocery store, I always pick out the most easily biteable potatoes, which are generally longer and thinner than most potatoes. So, I work in an office of about 30 people. We all typically bring our own lunch. I usually eat at my desk while doing work. No one has ever commented about how I eat my potatoes, but I do eat them quite frequently. Recently, a new person was hired, and she clearly has a problem with the way I eat potatoes. A couple times, she pulled me aside and asked me that I just eat potatoes in a more normal way. I asked her what she meant, and she was eating, wait, what? I asked her what she meant, and I was eating potatoes too. Oh, she said, okay, so they put a typo there to clarify. And she said I was eating potatoes too suggestively. I was a little shocked because I literally just have my eyes glued to my screen whenever I'm eating and barely pay attention to how I eat. I told her no one else seemed to have a problem with the way I eat potatoes, but she insisted others were just too polite to say anything. I asked a few other coworkers who were all just as confused as me about what she was saying. I figured no one else really had a problem with it, but this happened multiple times. She kept coming to me and asking me to tone down the way I eat, even accusing me of going out of my way to choose sexy potatoes. I've considered bringing them other ways, but this is just the easiest way for me to eat them. And honestly, they're delicious like this to me. I asked her maybe just to not watch me eat, but apparently that's not feasible. Unfortunately, she reported me to HR, and now I have a meeting with HR next week. This seems really dumb to me, but am I the butthole for eating sexy potatoes?
So let's call this lady Karen.
Yes. Okay, we're all agreed on that. Or at least I am. I don't know about Luke.
The only thing she's got right in this situation is that he does select his potatoes very carefully. He does choose the elongated.
I'm pretty sure this is a
soft
woman. This is a female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
so it was a female who posted the story, and it's a female coworker who's telling her to stop eating quote sexy potatoes.
Well, like I said, Karen has only that right, that this lady does select her potatoes like specifically. That's the only thing she's right about. I don't think she's the potato eater's a butthole. Luke thinks she's really weird.
I just wonder, how do you eat something in an inappropriate way?
I think what the person
What is she doing to this potato?
Okay, so what I'm imagining is that, again, she's saying she's getting like the long skinny ones. They're essentially look like hot dogs at that point.
Right.
And so people,
wieners.
yeah, people want to think, like what John just pointed out, that it's a quote phallic shape and that someone's trying to eat it purposely that way. But when you eat a hot dog on a 4th of July barbecue, are you thinking anything like that? No, you're just thinking I'm eating a tasty,
Depends.
ballpark.
Are you using a bun or you just
a bun,
raw dog?
Like, let's take a churro.
I'm not raw dogging the hot dog, John.
Let's take a churro. Like, is there any way to eat a churro in a seductive way?
You hold it like an ear of corn and... No, I'm just kidding.
That would be awkward, too.
Yeah, that would be awkward for sure. No, but again, like, people are just way too into themselves, and again, like she even said in the post, like, she's going through asking her other coworkers, like, do you think I'm eating this in a weird way? No, and she said it's like her own culture that, like, the Japanese, her parents even taught her, like, yeah, this is how we eat potatoes. It was normal for her. So I don't think there's anything weird with it. I definitely don't think she's the butthole. But when Sarah first showed me the story, I was thinking to myself, like, if it's a female coworker reporting her, I'm guessing that this person is like honestly, just flat out, like, women feel free to chime in. I feel like it's someone who's jealous of the way she looks and is finding something stupid to complain about. Like, because women can get petty like that at times. Like, I've seen coworkers fight and nitpick each other over the stupidest things when I was at my warehouse job, and even jobs before that. They will find any little thing to complain about.
You want to hear my theory?
What's yours?
I think Karen's a closeted lesbian.
Wow.
No, think about it.
Coming in hard.
Think about it. Okay, so you got this girl,
Okay.
like, down a few cubicles, right?
Okay.
Let's imagine it's like an office setting like that.
Right, yeah. Office full of 30 people. Okay.
She's eating, potato.
Okay.
And the other girl over there can't handle it because she's imagining something else. And she's just like, I'm not a lesbian. Don't do this to me. Like, you're in the wrong. But
Right.
she's the one who can't control her own, like, thoughts.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's definitely when someone wants to think of, like, oh, it's a phallic thing. It's like I don't think about any of that when I'm eating a popsicle or a hot dog or a churro, like Luke mentioned. Like, people are just too gross if they're going that far with a piece of food. What do you think, Luke? What's your take on this?
Okay. What? Have you guys ever seen a potato? I have.
He's like, they are sexy.
Okay. It is a stretch of the imagination to picture a potato that is shaped that weirdly.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen a potato that would disturb me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a potato.
It's a potato.
I can't believe this is
I've
even a thing.
I've seen some that are, like, slightly skinnier and maybe a little, like, longer than a...
Yeah, but that's
normal.
not that weird. We've got a picture here that we're looking at.
Yeah, long potatoes. They look like a potato. They're just longer instead of short,
Looks more
round
like
balls.
a turd than anything else.
Yeah. If anything, it's, like, gross, not
Yeah.
sexy, quote.
Right. Yeah, okay, and so I did withhold a little bit of information, because, okay, sometimes with these Am I the Butthole stories, people will follow up with, like, reply comments or whatever, and, like, just give the listeners and the readers more information. Apparently, when this person met up with HR, they found out that the same Karen who was complaining about the sexy potatoes, she had actually complained about another coworker who was Indian and kept bringing in his curry for lunch. So, another theory that we now have with this, it's a race thing. This racist Karen is going out and just insulting people because of the way they eat food or, like, their own traditions and stuff. So, there's a whole lot to unwind here, but at the end of the day, folks, I believe this woman is not the butthole for eating her sexy potatoes.
Absolutely not.
Not at all. Luke, again, just jumped on her. You jumped on her too quick, man. You gotta let the story read out first.
Just me. We both guessed that.
No, what do you mean? You at the very beginning when I said, like, am I the butthole? Like, I was barely getting to, like, the front part of it.
Oh, okay.
And you're like,
the way
yeah, she's the butthole. Like,
Yeah.
gosh. Don't judge, man.
You know what? Karen,
Don't.
you can suck potatoes. You're the butthole.
And suck potatoes dipped in curry.
Did they do that? I don't know. I'm so lost, guys. But yeah, I mean, I guess after that, if we want to keep it somewhat organized, even though we said we're going to have a random episode, I don't know, what other news stories have come out? Like, I know, Luke, you said you did have a few, like, couple things you wanted to talk about, the headlining topics. We covered sports. They're barely starting to open now. Like, people are going to be attending certain...
We've got plenty of sports to talk about.
Okay, so we'll hold that off for a little bit longer. Or, I know there was something else, like movies and stuff that you want to talk about.
Yeah, we've got... Okay, well, can we transition?
Can you transition?
Yeah,
it's 2021. You can do whatever you want.
You gotta say it.
It's time for the thing. It's time for the entertainment portion of the podcast. I knew what I was supposed to do. I was just dragging it out,
It's
folks.
good to be back. Yeah, we've got a few movies we can talk about. These are because there was nothing that came out during the quarantine, so we've got a few at the tail end of it.
Right.
But we've got Godzilla.
Wonder Woman. Did you guys ever see Wonder Woman?
I never saw
I
it.
didn't see it.
You never invited me over.
I do.
Yeah,
I kept
Dylan,
inviting
you
you over
never
several
invited me
nights
over.
during the week, and you're like, "Oh my god, Amazon."
No,
That was you.
because I work, dude.
Yeah, whatever. The nights I invited you,
I deliver pizza to the multitudes.
Not anymore.
I still do for a week.
Not anymore. No, I burned that bridge for you.
What?
I ran your car into the Domino's.
What?
Domino's don't sponsor us.
My quarantine car.
Anyway, so what do you want to cover first?
I saw the end of Godzilla.
Let's talk
Just
about
the-
that.
No, because so we were at my parents' house. I believe it was on Easter.
Okay.
So during Easter lunch, we're talking, and my brother brings up that movie. He's like, "Oh, have you seen it?" I'm like, "No, I haven't." Like, he was like, "Oh, okay, well, like check out like at least the last like fight scene, like basically
The spoiler.
the biggest part of the movie, right?
Right, yeah,
Like,
the climax.
important-
Yeah, see who wins.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool.
Right.
You know, I have yet to see the rest of it, but from what I saw, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Before I move on, I will say just a sum up of Wonder Woman. First one was better.
That's what I've heard.
I'll leave it at that. It was a good movie, but that's it. For Godzilla, though, yeah. So I actually got the HBO Max thing because, again, we're here in California. We had no idea how long this stupid lockdown was going to happen because of our idiotic governor. And I don't care who hates him, who loves him, whatever. I hate him. But again, he had all those lockdown rules, so movies were closed. And so HBO Max and other streaming services were like, oh, yeah, we're going to start showing movies through our app and our digital thing. And so, granted, while I do have HBO Max, now that movie theaters are starting to open, I would strongly encourage listeners, go back to movie theaters. Look, I get if you don't want to go out because you do have your own health concerns, if you do get COVID, you could possibly die. I don't know what your, asthma, whatever kind of thing that you might have going on. But at the same time, don't buy movies at your house because all they're doing is going to kill off the movie industry, and they're literally testing this right now with Disney Plus and them releasing like Raya and the Last Dragon and even the last couple movies. They're just saying like, oh, well, what's the point of putting it to theaters if we can just send it straight to home for the premium price? Just go to movie theaters. They're way a better experience. You get the Dolby Cinema Theater at AMC. You can get 3D, 4D, IMAX, all that kind of stuff from the pleasure of a nice luxury movie theater. Don't sit there at your couch and be like, oh, I'm just going to watch it on my flat screen. No, it's a better experience of the movies. Go support the movies.
Yeah, there was actual applause at the end of Avengers Endgame.
Yes, that's a
You
feeling
won't get that in your house.
you don't get that anywhere else. You gotta have those interactions with people. Like, don't hate each other, love each other. Anyway, Godzilla vs. Kong. I loved it because of the outcome, but I don't want to say who won because then that would be a spoiler. But overall, yes, I thought it was a pretty good, loose plot, but again, it was still fun seeing the characters coming back from the previous movies, and again, just the epic fight scenes between Godzilla and King Kong were definitely something to behold, and which I did see at the AMC Dolby Cinema Theater in Riverside. Free plug, AMC sponsor us.
I'll tell you who won.
Don't do it, John.
The human race.
That's true, we gotta watch an awesome fight.
Love conquered all.
I don't know about love, but
Godzilla and Kong made a baby. I'm sorry, I just had to spoil it.
Here is my non-spoiler summary of the movie.
Okay.
Kong is a genius. Godzilla is a Jedi. And that's true.
Okay, do you want to explain or elaborate more on
He has
that?
Jedi senses.
Okay. Okay, I get what you're talking about, but it's just so weird for the listeners to hear. Yeah, Godzilla's a Jedi. What?
Yeah, the humans are humans.
Yeah, so I mean, in the
like stereotypical human beings. That's
in the trailer they show Kong with that battle axe, but what you don't know is that Godzilla gets a lightsaber later on.
He's got a lightsaber that comes out of his mouth.
That's true. He does have a lightsaber that comes out of his mouth. All right.
It was pretty good. I thought that Godzilla King of Monsters was better.
Yeah, I will say, there's probably more fight scenes overall, and again, the variety of monsters definitely gave it more entertainment factor. But yeah,
well, Ghidorah spitting out lightning was just so cool to see. Like, it was such a colorful movie.
Yes,
this one was pretty colorful because they put it in Japan, and Japan is colorful.
I thought it was China.
Was it China?
It was China, dude.
Dude,
that final climax scene where they're fighting each other, that was China.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Didn't they like
get
walk
your
out
Asians
of the water?
Right, man.
Didn't they like walk out of the water and start fighting in the city?
Does China not get
China
water?
Has
like
coasts.
Yeah. What?
I don't think any of their big cities are on the coast, are they?
It was China, dude. Without saying too much, I remember at one point they were shipping cargo to Hong Kong.
But Godzilla isn't Chinese.
Pretty sure Hong Kong's in America.
Oh, you know what? You may be right. Fact check me. Fact check me, Facebook.
That's not true.
That's not true?
No.
Okay.
What?
No,
I was like, is he serious?
No, of course not. I know John's being an idiot. He's being an idiot.
I don't know.
It's having fun.
You look pretty serious.
I was not serious.
I don't believe you.
That's fine.
Luke never does.
That's for the listeners to believe or not believe.
To believe or not to believe?
That is the Kong question.
So anyway, I don't know. I'll give that a B minus.
B minus. I'll probably give it either B or B plus. I'm kind of like on the fence. It depends on the day you ask me.
John?
But yeah, I thought it was a solid movie considering everything, all things considered.
What grade do you give it, John?
Being that I've only saw
the 5
15
minutes.
minutes of it, I'd give that 15 minutes like a solid B plus.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Godzilla has a twin. Surprise. Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Dang it, Luke.
It's more like a half sibling.
That's not a spoiler.
No, not after what Funko did. I won't go into details on that, but freaking Funko, man.
What the Funko?
What the funk? All right. So yeah, and then so you wanted to cover more things, Mandalorian. Is there any other Netflix series, or not that was Netflix, but like Disney Plus, Netflix, like all those streaming services, like anything else you wanted to talk about?
Let's save WandaVision for another episode.
Okay, yeah, maybe once they finish up Falcon and Winter Soldier, we'll do like a binge watch on. Well, I already saw Scar. You have no interest, John, in that you said?
I mean, I'll watch them for the podcast's sake.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I know once Falcon and Winter Soldier finishes up, then you can just binge watch through those, and then we'll talk about it on the podcast and kind of give our input.
How about that new Captain America?
Let's. Okay, I did hear about that, and it's not who you think it is, and that's really frustrating. But let's talk about the last episode of season 2 of Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That whole season was like the best television.
It wasn't we don't even have to say spoiler alert at this point, right? Like, if you haven't watched it, like, what were you doing during your quarantine?
Yeah.
Like,
Luke comes in like such a badass, like he was in his prime. Because in all the other movies, you either see him as like a
kid,
not a Padawan, but like a
he's still in training. Like, even though he was training,
or you see him as an old man like limping along,
right?
But like, boom, you saw him like when he was just smoking fools,
right?
Like
getting dusted.
It was like the end of Rogue One, where you see Darth Vader just going
ham on all those soldiers,
and then you get to see Luke Skywalker in a very similar way. It's like yes,
right, yeah, just showing how awesome they both are. Which, again, I don't know if I covered this or if I need to say it again, but yeah, I still prefer the Force Awakens storyline as opposed to the Rogue One storyline for cinematic continuity.
What?
Huh? You guys don't remember we were talking about that?
I kind of do.
Again, the Force Unleashed was the actual...
Oh, the Force Unleashed. You said the Force Awakens.
My bad. Okay, yeah. Okay. Force Unleashed was the video game that was technically Lucas approved. This was Star Wars lore and how it tied in the Empire and the Rebellion and how the whole thing kicked off at the beginning of, Episode 4. I would get confused with the trilogies, but yeah. So Episode 4, that's what it had. It was this guy sacrificing himself to create the rebellion in a sense, whereas the stupid Rogue One, we got to give them the schematics that way they can blow up the Death Star.
I mean, in all fairness, that's how it happened. Like,
because you didn't even play the games though.
I didn't play the games. I'm just saying that like in Episode 4, the original Star Wars movie, they're like, we got these schematics for the Death Star, and that's like.
But again, the Force Unleashed is a better plot than.
I'm just saying you can't complain about the schematics.
Like, it makes sense.
Like, they literally said, we got these schematics.
Lucas approved! That's all.
Anyway,
yeah,
the
so back to
Mandalorian
Mando.
was great. Dude, it started out in that first episode. You get the sandworm, that giant sandworm.
Sand dragon.
Sand dragon. That was fantastic. The
Yes.
next movie, you get some snow spiders.
Movie?
Fantastic. Next episode. Snow
Might as well
spiders.
be a movie shoot.
Sand dragons, snow spiders, Luke Skywalker, more Baby Yoda. How much could you ask for? There's more Darksaber. There's more Mandalorians.
It's Grogu.
His name's
all right?
Grogu.
Grogu. That's the only
You didn't
weird
like the
part.
you didn't like
Yeah.
the name change.
I was perfectly fine with him not having a name and everyone just saying Baby Yoda. I was
Grogu is what
content.
you call the troll under the bridge. Like, not little Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's like again, it's like I get that they're obviously they live in an alien environment, universe, galaxy, far, far away. I just don't think Grogu, for as unique as it is, I don't think it fits him. Like I don't know, it
I
just
have
still
a
seems a little
theory
weird.
on how the Mandalorian show was created with little Grogu.
Okay,
So, in American Dad, you know the cartoon.
okay,
Okay, you know Roger the alien who
Yes.
lives in the attic.
yeah, always poops out gold and diamonds or whatever.
Yeah, there's an episode where
Best kind of alien.
he comes across another little baby alien and he takes it under his wing and like kind of protects it.
Right.
Guess what that little alien's name is?
Grogu.
It's Rogu.
Oh,
And that came out far before Mandalorian.
right, yeah, dude, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that because I do watch American Dad, but oh wow,
Uh-huh.
I wonder if they're just like
Mandalorian's just a rip-off of American
all
Dad.
the Disney producers are like, just add a letter to it. They won't know. But yeah, and then you got Ahsoka Tano. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Ahsoka.
Dude, she came in hot.
she
Rosario
came in-
Dawson.
Yeah, she killed it. She actually looks like Ahsoka.
Yeah, when I say she came in hot, I mean like she came in like action packed, not like I mean Rosario Dawson is a beautiful woman, but that's what I clarify. Anyway,
She's got both of her white lightsabers.
right, her dual wieldies.
Yeah. So that
Dual
was
wheelies.
we got to see her kicking butt. You know what though? Like she was basically like, yeah, put him on that
The Rock
altar
Mountain.
thing.
Yeah.
She's like, and some Jedi will come and take care of him. It's like, why not you? You're right here.
Like I literally have a trainer 10 feet in front of me, or bring him to a mountain rock.
Yeah. That's okay. It got us Luke Skywalker.
Exactly, it paid off in the end. Yeah, and so again, that was another thing that was awesome with that, like, because we did just talk about, Luke's cameo at the end. We talked about Rosario Dawson coming in as Ahsoka Tano, and I love
Fett coming back.
Jango
Yes,
Fett.
Jango Fett came back. Oh my gosh, dude, he gained a little weight, but I mean, didn't we all during quarantine? But
This is like years and years.
No, I know, but it was so funny because
He
like
was digested by a sea octopus, a sand octopus.
oh man, but yeah, so it's like but what I was gonna talk about is my favorite guest cameo was in the Sand Dragon episode with Timothy Oliphant, like him being the sheriff of that town. Oh my gosh, I love him as an
He was a
actor.
fun character.
He was
Yeah.
awesome, dude. Yeah. But again, like I mentioned earlier, I was so sad that they fired Gina Carano as gosh, man, and like all over a stupid tweet where it's just like I hate
Over
cancel
her political views.
Yeah, like I hate cancel culture. Like you guys are so freaking annoying. Making people lose their jobs. And like, oh well, you have the freedom of speech, but you don't have the freedom of consequence. If you say something, you're going to pay the price. Just like, bro, people have said way worse things and still have jobs. But
Yeah,
because
boycotting is one thing, but like
Right, like-
calling for somebody to go without a livelihood is a very different thing.
it's so stupid, man. I'm with Gina Carano. Like again, well, do I still have Disney Plus? Yes, but that's mostly because I do watch ESPN and UFC fights. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not gonna cancel the whole bundle or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's so annoying. I loved her character. It was a strong female lead, which everyone seems to be wanting nowadays. But apparently not if you post the wrong tweet. Like
They want a strong female lead as long as she doesn't have any of her own opinions.
right, exactly. Like be a strong female lead, but you have to say exactly what we tell you to. It's just like what the
Yeah, it's
frick,
like
man?
you can boycott Chick-fil-A for their Christian views. That's
or you can
fine.
boycott the Chick-fil-A on Day Street, but that's another story.
Yeah, boycott the Chick-fil-A on Day Street. I don't care, Day Street. We're putting it out there. You
Yep.
guys are terrible to your
Employees.
The
They did-
stories we've heard, you guys are like,
Garbage.
you pay them, so I guess that's good. Other than that,
But you're garbage.
you're garbage. Don't go to the Chick-fil-A off of Day Street.
They suck.
Anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's one thing to boycott. That's fine. I think that's a respectable way to share your opinions. But
Right.
if you were to be like, I don't think Chick-fil-A should exist because of their Christian views, or I don't think they should be allowed to operate businesses. They're a hate group, so we shouldn't allow them to sell chicken anymore. Like, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what cancel culture is. Like,
Yeah,
without going
literally.
too political or off topic.
Yeah,
here.
and I get it. It's like this whole last year, Luke. I mean, like it's kind of hard to avoid because politics got into everything. It got into sports. It got into entertainment. Like, I mean, even like it's so just saturated the environment, and it's like you literally had nothing else to do because everything was on lockdown. The entire world stopped moving, essentially. And all you had was news, media, and whatever else shoving crap down your throat, and you had to just sit there and take it. You couldn't watch
Just sit there and eat it.
Exactly. You had to eat your crap sandwich for lunch and enjoy it. You had no other alternative to try to get out of it. So, again, that's why, like I think John mentioned earlier, like I was playing Pokemon Go for most of 2020. I was just trying to get out of it because it was just so much, and it was just annoying. But...
Yeah.
Anyway, like you said, without getting too political, man, it was a good show.
But yeah, and here's what I'm interested to find out. It sets up a lot of stuff.
Right.
Grogu is with Luke Skywalker now.
Right.
Things don't go so well for Luke Skywalker and his students.
Yeah.
What is gonna happen? I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to see how Grogu fits into the Kylo Ren storyline.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if in the show they're gonna like bring Kylo Ren in as a young boy.
They would have to do something, I would think, because I mean, like I know, I was just thinking, Luke, with what you were talking about, the whole training thing, and like doesn't go well. I did like that meme I sent you where it was like Luke's logic is like when he's trying to save his dad, Darth Vader, he's like, oh, I can still sense good in him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring him back to the light side, and then with his Padawan, he's like, I sense darkness. I gotta kill him.
Has one bad dream.
Yeah, one bad dream and is already trying to cut his head off. But yeah, it was just funny. But no, again, with like the way they can take Baby Yoda, it's like or Grogu. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Just say Baby Yoda.
Yeah, just say Baby Yoda. No one
Baby
hears
Yoda, da, 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 Baby Yoda, da, 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 Baby Yo. Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, again, I'm wondering if like what they're gonna do is because you still wasn't that one other bounty hunter chick, like she was trying to reclaim like the lead of her planet or something, like the lead of her group.
Yeah. So whoever
possesses
wins the dark saber in battle.
Yeah.
Is the ruler of Mandalore.
Right, and that's crazy to me for me to think because it's just like again, I don't remember ever hearing that in the lore. Obviously, Disney's kind of taking new liberties and new creativity, and I don't hate them for it. But like, it's so interesting to think that like, man, you win this blade in battle, and it only responds to you. Like, you are the one who gets to turn it on and off. And like,
that's not.
that's not it.
I think
no,
that's
it's just you are the ruler. So like at the end,
so it's back to their whole stupid traditions thing.
Yeah.
Like,
so at the end.
I misheard then. That was my bad.
At the end, Mando like hands it over to her, and it's like
right. No, and she's like, real. I can't take it. I didn't win it. Like,
yeah,
man. So
not that it wouldn't turn on. Like,
okay,
you can turn it on. It's just it's not real leadership.
So she's
I
so
think that's
sucked.
a silly way to decide your world leaders, and
very silly.
Like you could have someone who's great at combat, but they're a moron when it comes to anything else, and they win that sword. You guys are effed. There's nothing good's gonna come out of that. That's a moronic way to decide your leaders.
He said it's moronic, but at certain times, I think certain politicians. Sorry, I'm trying not to be.
Oh yeah, no, I agree too. But like,
if you can't fight me, you're in office.
And like, it's not real, so I guess it's fine.
Right,
but it's stupid.
Well, again, that's
why Mandalore doesn't have a planet anymore.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Like, fight back. Well, we haven't gotten the signal yet, and we got to stick to our traditions. Fight back. No, we haven't got the signal from the captain yet. Fight back.
They still haven't killed each other yet to see who's going to be in charge. So hold on. Don't attack us yet. Just
yeah.
wait.
That's so. But yeah, so like that's going to be obviously has to be a plot point at some time in the storyline in the series, because I'm thinking that she's going to have to eventually, even though they work together to get like that cargo ship in the earlier episodes and all this other stuff together, like she's going to have to fight for that saber back, because that's what she wants. Ultimately, he just wants to kind of do his own thing, still be a bounty hunter. He just happened to find himself entwined in like every hero in most stories. It's just he happened to find himself entwined in this crazier universe and this deeper plot where he's just like, crap, I just wanted to hunt for money, but now he's here. And I'm thinking what they'll do is, I don't know if they'll sprinkle so much Baby Yoda in throughout the series. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think what would be fun to do is if save him for either like a mid-season episode or a season finale episode. Bring him back as say like years have passed and he becomes. Oh, well, I guess no. That wouldn't
They're
work
going to
either.
bring him back. He's going to be in every episode.
Because I was
still.
thinking, because like I know with him, they said like, you know, oh yeah, he could probably be like 50 or 60 years old even as a baby form. So I'm trying to think like how long would it have to take for him to be like a teenager?
A long time.
Yeah, so I don't, maybe not. They probably won't be able to do it. I'm thinking then, because I was gonna say, oh, have him come back as a toddler and he saves Mando or something, but I'm like, that probably won't happen. Because again, Mando would probably be dead with the year timeline going the way it has to for baby Grogu to grow up.
Yeah, Baby Yoda's going to be in every episode.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like you'll see like here's what's Mando doing, and then here's baby Grogu training with Luke.
And now they reunite.
Aw, it was so sad. Was it Pedro Pascal? That's his name? Yeah. When he took off his helmet, he's like, "I'm gonna miss you, my little baby." But yeah.
But we've also got the Justice League now.
Oh yeah, the Schneedy
The
Schneid.
Snyder Cut. So the internet is on a roll. Okay,
Right.
so they convinced the creators of Sonic to redesign his look.
Yeah, to redesign Sonic for the live action.
And then they convinced Warner Brothers to release the Snyder Cut.
Right.
Now they're trying to get the Snyderverse back.
Right.
So we'll see if it happens. But the internet is on a roll right now.
Snyderverse.
So putting Zack Snyder in charge of...
Yeah, the guy in charge of
the
the
DC universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you forgot the other one to mention. They also got the Zemo dancing scene extended from Disney Plus. Did you remember?
What the heck?
Yeah, you didn't see that? See or hear about that? Yeah. So again, it's like a brief plot point, but Baron Zemo.
Not even a plot point.
Yeah, really. I mean, when you look at it, but so it's just like he's one of the villains from the Captain
Civil
America,
War.
Civil War movie, and so they have to get him to try to track down another criminal, and they're in a club to try to find the different connections and like information out, and so he's just sitting there in the middle of the dance floor and he just sits there dancing. It's like just the funniest thing, and so the internet got them to release a longer cut of that scene, but like Luke said, they're all on a roll. But that being said, the actual Snyder Cut itself, John, did you happen to see it?
No.
No Schneidys for
You
you?
didn't watch any of the 4 hours of the Snyder Cut?
No.
It was so
Okay.
freaking long.
I liked the Justice League movie to begin with,
Uh-huh.
but not enough to watch 4 hours of it.
You wouldn't have
Yeah.
liked the Snyder Cut.
You wouldn't have. Yeah.
Is it a waste of time?
Anybody who was okay with the Justice League movie that was released
Right.
is not going to be as okay with the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, like honestly, again, I like with you, John. Like everyone is so freaking like just the movies have to be perfect, otherwise I'm gonna hate them and give them the worst grade. I can watch a movie and just be like, yeah, it's worth watching, or it's bad, good, whatever. Like, but I try to give as unbiased opinion as possible. And like you said, I did like the Justice League when it first came out. I just felt that it was heavy on Superman is the strongest character, and no one else even comes close to him. Like he just destroys everybody. So it was like that was a little weird, but other than that, it was a solid movie.
And it was the same in the Snyder
It was the
Cut.
exact same with the Snyder Cut. Like all I did was add in like extra longer scenes here, a little bit of a deleted scene here, did this, did that.
It should be pointed out that we have an unpopular opinion in this case.
Right.
The
Everyone
vast
else.
majority of people are like, "Woo, the Snyder Cut was way better."
Yeah,
It's
like, oh, if this would have came out in theaters, everyone would have loved it. The movie would have done good. Blah blah blah.
And you
It's
know
just
what?
like it's not that much different. Like,
I don't care. You DC fans are nerds.
yeah, dude.
Like, say what you want about Marvel fans, but you guys, like, the slow motion alone in that
I was
movie,
just about to bring that up.
it would have been like under 3 hours if they cut out the slow motion.
All the slow motion.
Almost even just like scenes where characters are walking or doing this, like simple things. It's like everything was slowed down, and that I guarantee you added on at least 20 minutes, if not more, to the entire movie of just them slowing down. Oh, look at this fight! Boo! Stop a bullet.
So it
Boo,
wasn't
let me
even
throw
like
the batarang.
It
Boo,
wasn't
let me
even
do
like
it.
the flash scenes, like
Dude,
that. Were
not
in
even
slow-mo,
that.
just everything.
Every hero was getting a slow mo scene. I'm just like, why? This
They
is
showed
so.
the Flash bursting out of his shoes in slow motion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Flash got a couple fun scenes, like that was nice, but it's just like other than that, it's like there's a reason why these scenes could have stayed deleted and didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And even the stuff that they added into like different battle scenes, they gave the main villain, I forget what his name is. Steppenwolf, yeah. They gave him like updated armor and whatnot, and so it looked cooler, I guess, in one sense.
He
looked
was
weird in
a
another.
beefier boy.
Yeah, beefier. He had like spike armor, like every time you shot an arrow at him or something, it would
So
like, bounce
basically,
off.
they did nothing to add to the plot.
Not
Right, it's the
really.
exact same plot.
It's- yeah,
they included Dark Seed. I think it's
Dark,
Dark
yeah.
Side.
Side seed, I don't care anymore.
So they included him in the plot, setting
Yeah.
him up as like the big bad.
Yeah.
right.
So if they ever continue with the Snyderverse, I'm okay with that. I
So
like the
a,
idea
so
of the
like a Thanos
Snyderverse.
type of thing.
Basically, yeah. He's the guy who's trying to control. Instead of like where Thanos is wanting to kill the entire universe, Dark Seed side, whatever DC fan wants to get on me for pronouncing it wrong. he's trying to like just put everything under his control.
Right.
So that's the opposite coin or whatever.
Also, sounds like I didn't miss anything.
Not really. It's like whatever.
Yeah, like DC fans are nerds. Like the whole thing was shot for IMAX. So, like, there were gray bars on each side of the screen because IMAX is a square screen.
Yeah.
The whole thing looked like a graphic novel, like 300.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Some people like that. I think it's dumb.
I think with certain,
I didn't mind it with 300.
300 and Sin City were great for graphic novels.
Sin City, yeah.
Yeah, those were
I've seen
good.
a lot of other movies like that, and I'm not a huge fan.
I don't like it. I don't care what anybody says. I prefer to keep things... I mean, I know we're talking about the DC universe and superheroes and aliens, but I prefer to keep it as real as possible.
They did have Martian Manhunter make an appearance, though. That was kind of
cool.
neat. Yeah.
Martian
So, again,
Manhunter.
I do want to see more of him. I do want to see Green Lantern. Look, for what it's worth,
there was
guys,
also more of Cyborg.
Yes.
So there were some good things in the movie. You got more of Cyborg. He was like more of an actual character.
Right. You got the Martian Manhunter. You got a little bit more Flash, which, like I said, the scenes were fun. But yeah, just it didn't really do much for me. It just is the same exact movie, like Luke said. There's slight differences, and that was it. It was just like, but not enough for me to be like, oh yeah, this is completely amazeballs. It's like the best movie out there for superheroes.
They didn't have the Flash falling on top of Wonder Woman's boobs. So that's an upgrade, I would say.
Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, so it's just like, you know, for all things considered, it was just like, okay, if you want to watch the movie, you got 4 hours to kill. There's your time killer for you. Go ahead, go watch it. But, you know, and again, I'm not just trying to crap on DC. And I think I've said multiple times on this podcast, I want both cinematic universes to be amazing so I can go to the theater and just enjoy myself. And for what it's worth, I do look forward to, it's James Gunn, right? He's directing the next Suicide Squad, the one that's coming out with Will Smith and all those people.
Probably.
Dude, it looks amazing. And, like, you know, it's going to be rated R, so it's actually going to, like, have the feel that Suicide Squad does need to have. I know, Luke, you're kind of on the fence with R-rated movies as far as comic book heroes go. But, yeah, it looks like it'll be a better adventure, more fun, as opposed to the last one where same thing, people are already complaining, oh, it didn't do enough, or this sucked and that sucked. But James Gunn, since when they let him go from Disney because of his old tweet, his 10-year-old tweet, once again, cancel culture, thank you for being idiots and getting him fired from Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, so it's just like, I think that movie's going to be great. There's a few others coming out, like all around, whether they're comic book or not, that I'm looking forward to. Mortal Kombat, I'm going to see that next weekend.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Dude, I'm so excited for that. Like, that one will be something we definitely got to review. And then, I know I talked to Luke about it. He doesn't care for Jason Statham. Would you want to see Wrath of Man with me?
I don't even know what that is.
It's okay, so it's basically like, to sum up, the trailer shows like Jason Statham, he's like, he either becomes a SWAT officer or like a police officer in a precinct, but what he's actually doing is he's trying to hunt down the corrupt cops who got his son killed. So it's like,
interesting.
Yeah, it's like super fun action and stuff, like, or maybe is it? Yeah, I think it is cops. Yeah,
I do like Jason Statham, so I wouldn't mind watching that.
I like
Jason Statham is like Bruce Willis, but always angry.
Yeah. What's not to
Yeah.
like? You don't like Bruce Willis?
I like Bruce Willis.
Are you saying he's
not
like
always
Bruce
angry.
Willis just because they're both bald?
They're both bald action stars.
You're baldest.
He does.
I like
I like my heroes with hair.
I like Bruce Willis. I don't like Jason Statham.
Right. I don't know why, man. I think Jason Statham's awesome. Awesome. Jason Statham is awesome. Jason Statham is awesome. But,
I think he's kind of two-dimensional.
I don't know. I love him because, again, I know he's a martial artist outside of being a freaking action movie star. So I think that's why I kind of give him even more props and stuff. Like, I love, you know, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, all these guys who have like that martial arts background and are able to turn it into like fun entertainment for everybody. Like, that's just awesome to me.
I respect that, but every character he plays
is the same.
Has the same character development as like a video game character.
Yeah. I don't know. I still
I'll
like
still
him.
watch the movie with you, buddy.
Okay, yeah. I'll look into tickets and we can go see it. That one might even be in
Luke
Dolby.
can go eat a potato.
Yeah, we'll review the movie
If you
next
guys
time.
are going together, I'll join you.
Oh, okay, on my dime. That's nice.
No, I'll pay for it.
That's fine.
I
All right,
have
yeah,
to
we'll
pay.
figure out.
I'm just kidding.
We just got to get another weekend together and get another podcast. Because guys, I'm still excited to come back to this.
We want to get as many of these in as possible before I'm out of here.
Yes, we are aiming for that. Like I said, along with trying to search for Luke's new replacement and
One of my favorite things doing delivering pizzas over this quarantine has been listening to our old podcasts. I'm like, if we can cram in another 8,
You think
maybe?
8? Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the upper limit
Right, because you said the soonest that you could possibly be leaving is when?
It's probably not going to be till about July.
July, okay.
Yeah, the braces are the problem. Right
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah, I got to get those off before I can do anything.
Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense if they're going to make you eat dirt for your basic training
Yeah,
and
so
everything.
the braces are coming off by July.
Okay, all right, yeah. So there's our somewhat of a vague timeline. Hopefully, again, things will get worked out, and we'll still be here week after week. I'm gonna have to relearn the tech board because again, man, Luke in your farting chair, man. Now, great. Now John's doing it. You guys are like kids. You know that?
Oh, we are.
Yes.
We are.
Okay.
You guys are like kids, all right? And I gotta stop it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready, John. We're ready to point it out. It's coming up.
It's
Dylan's
coming.
going to say something
It's
that's
coming.
juvenile, and we're going to point it out.
Yep.
What am I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll wait for it because it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
You guys are juvenile.
I'm not a Jew.
Wow, racist.
I don't live in denial.
That's funny.
Stupid.
That wasn't that funny, John.
I
That's
thought
very
it was.
juvenile.
It was
of you.
clever.
Look, we may have been gone from the podcast, but you don't need to give him those freebies. I mean, you got to really just smack him when he's doing a bad one.
No, I honestly liked it.
Gosh, man.
It's like the Green Lantern movie. I honestly liked it.
The Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh god. For a second, I'm like, wait, they have that? I'm like, oh right, they have that. I tried to block that one out of my mind.
So stick around for next week and hear about Falcon and the Winter Soldier because it should be concluded by then.
Oh really?
I think so. I think there's only one episode left.
Well, again, though, we're gonna have to give John time to binge watch the series. He's got to watch.
Oh, you're actually committing to this?
for the podcast sake. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, sure.
Go.
Okay. So
Very confident answer.
We'll give it a couple weeks.
All right. But I guess all that being said, even though I just claimed that it was going to be a random episode, 20 minutes ago, we're ready for the sports.
Sports.
And we're done. No. All right, yeah. So last year, if you haven't heard, let's see. So we had
Last year, Tom Brady was still with the Patriots.
gosh, man.
The Chargers had no good players, no good future.
Right. Let's see.
Baseball season looked like it wasn't going to happen.
Right. Yep. Let's see. Where else did we
The
leave
Olympics
off?
actually didn't happen.
Yeah. You know what, Luke? You predicted the awful future of the coronavirus canceling the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you talked about that in our last episode before we got canceled for a bit.
Yeah, when I was handcuffed to Peter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I forgot we did that.
Time is just flying by, guys. It's so crazy to think about what happened before this podcast, closed down. Man, but yeah, so fast forward till now.
What sport do you want to start out with?
I think we can cover basketball first.
Go
so
for it.
we can cover, okay, so obviously last year you had the tragedy of, Kobe and his daughter dying. But then the Lakers, in grand fashion, were able to win the championship for them. So awesome. Good job, Lakers. Go LA. Hopefully they're doing okay right now. I think we're in the 5th seed for the playoff picture, which is fine. I mean, as long as you make playoffs, you're good to go. But at the same time, it's just like, man, I believe it was AD and LeBron got injured, so I'm still waiting. I haven't checked on to see when their update's going to come back to see them joining the team again. But hopefully they come back right before or just right when playoffs start and we can, get in there. And with a healthy team, we're a solid team. So that's all I'm saying with that one. So hopefully LA can go back to back. That'd be nice to bring some champions to the great city. John is sucking a pen, looking at a pen. Oh, his pen broke.
No. He disassembled it.
Oh, like a gun.
I can't disassemble it anymore, though. Why do you have such a fancy special pen?
Because
Why'd
it's a
you
Crosslands
take it
Tech
apart?
team.
That's not true. It says Marina Valley Employment Resource Center.
Weird. This one says Crosslands Tech Team. It looks like the exact same
Same
design.
pen, yeah, same company, probably.
Weird.
How embarrassing.
For you,
Can't even spell
Luke.
Crosslands right. All right, but yeah, so basketball. That's where we're at right now, at least for the Lakers. That's that. I don't really care too much to go. Not that I don't care. I just, again, time is just crazy, guys. I don't know what's going on. That's what I know. We're in the 5th seed, and we're still looking good for the playoffs.
I got a comment on basketball.
Basketball.
Okay,
That was on purpose, by the way.
Space Jam movie's coming back.
Oh, yeah. Gonna get LeBronzy.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Yeah, LeBron James is going to be starring in the new Space Jam, which is also going to be released on HBO Max. But I don't know. That one I might see in theaters, but at the same time, like, maybe I will just watch that one on HBO Max.
I don't know.
I don't know if I necessarily want to go to the theater for it.
Unpopular opinion.
What's that?
Space Jam is overrated.
Oh, get out of here!
It's just the nostalgia factor. If you didn't watch it as a kid, it's not that great of a movie.
If you didn't watch it as a kid, it means nothing.
Trust me,
now.
I didn't watch it as a kid, and then I watched it. I was like, "This is not great."
I'm gonna cancel you. You have offended me.
I'm just saying, like,
no. I understand because at that point in time when that movie came out, like MJ was at his prime. Like Looney Tunes was like still huge on TV. Like it was a great thing for the time. And yes, because I watched it as a kid, I still love it to this day. But I honestly have to agree with Luke. I've never thought about that before, but that makes sense. Like, the only reason we all really love it is because it was popular then.
I don't know. It's still a great movie.
Look, those overly shaded...
Bill Murray? Bill Murray's in that movie, guys.
Yeah, and that was
and
like
he was
his prime.
wasted. Like, that was the worst thing Bill Murray has ever done.
No, Bill Murray says Garfield's the worst thing he's ever done.
Garfield was the worst.
So take that back, Luke.
I liked him as Garfield. I'm just saying.
Okay, and I don't know, those overly shaded Looney Tunes...
For this new one, though, right?
No, the old one, too. They were just, like, too much shading. Like, it was too artistic. It was like a graphic novel!
Oh, no, okay, don't even get me started.
I would not say it was like a graphic
novel.
No, sorry, Luke.
It wasn't.
You had me on your side and you lost.
It was darker than the original Looney Tunes. And, like, they tried to give it, like, a 3D look by doing a bunch of nice little shading on there, but it just wasn't worth it. They should have left two-dimensional characters.
I feel for, again, you look at movies back then, you look at the effects that they had available to them, I thought they did a great job, all like, you know, with the interacting between the humans, the cartoons.
I didn't want new effects. I wanted classic Looney Tunes. I just wanted cartoons spliced into some live-action footage.
I disagree with Luke on the whole animation aspect.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Again, like I said, for the effects at the time, they did amazing. Luke's just a hater.
He is.
How do you hate Michael
every
Jordan
episode
like that?
is I have the unpopular opinion.
No, that's you, dude.
It's like half and half.
Maybe so.
But yeah, it's definitely between both of you. I think I find myself being the rare one who's like
the rare one who's mainstream. Yeah.
Yeah. The rare one who agrees with everybody else.
I'm the anti-hipster. Is that what you would call me?
Football.
Oh, yeah, football. Okay, so...
Tom Brady
cheated another Super Bowl.
Tom Brady last year was with the Patriots. That's where we left off. Surprise! He went to the Buccaneers.
Yep.
And the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, giving Tom Brady ring number 7?
I believe 7, because he had 6 before he joined them. But again, look, folks. I still don't necessarily like Tom Brady. Like, again, I told Luke this when they were first shopping teams. Again, hopefully he would have came to the Chargers and could have broke our curse with never winning a Super Bowl.
And I would have.
I would have forgiven him for everything. But sorry, hit the cable. But man, you can see the spike on there. He joined a team. Everyone's like, oh, he joined the Buccaneers. They were garbage. If you look at the stats. Without Jameis Winston turning the ball over 30 times a freaking season, they were a staunch defense. They had Pro Bowl receivers, and they had great weapons all around. And Tom Brady's like, oh, well, I'm going to be the guy that makes the change. You put any great quarterback in that situation, and they could have won a Super Bowl too. And I told you, Luke, leading up to the Super Bowl, if they go to play the Chiefs are not going to win that game. Did I not say that?
You said that.
I did. I predict the future. I need to start playing Vegas.
Okay, here's my counter. Rather than looking at the Buccaneers before and after, let's look at the Patriots before and after.
Oh, that's well, okay. You can go into your thing and I'll counter.
So the last time the Patriots didn't make the playoffs
right.
was 2008, 2009?
Yeah.
I don't know, but whatever it was, do you know why they missed the playoffs? Because Brady was injured.
That's true.
And then, you know when the last time was, starting today, when was the last time the Patriots didn't make the playoffs?
That's because they had Cam Newton.
2020, yeah. Because they didn't have Tom Brady. They still had the same team. It was the exact same team minus Tom Brady. And you still put in Cam Newton there, who is supposed to be relatively good.
Actually, they did not have the exact same team because a lot of their players, because of COVID, did decide to sit out. So they're getting a lot of their starters back this season. They did upgrade. You know, granted, I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl now, but because again, I still don't like the Patriots. I still think Bill Belichick and Tom Brady were sleeping with each other to cheat those Super Bowls. But anyway,
yeah, because that'll help.
That's what happened. There's give me the ball,
Bill
Tom.
Belichick walks up to Brady and is like,
"I'll deflate your balls, Tom."
He's like, "You really want to be a winner? Let's get a hotel."
Yeah. Oh man.
And Brady's like, "I don't see the connection." Shh.
Sleep now. But yeah, so again, I'm not saying that's going to cause him to win this next Super Bowl or anything, but like I said, for what it's worth, that's my opinion on it. Again, congrats, Tom Brady, but at the same time, I still hate you.
Hey, I'm not one of the people saying that he went over to a terrible team and like fixed everything. I will say it's no small feat to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And to do that with a team that you're on for the first time is impressive. To do it with a team that hasn't been to the playoffs in
God knows how many years.
Who knows how many years. That was impressive.
Mm-hmm. To be the first team to win a home championship.
Yeah, in their home stadium.
Which that, I'm like, okay, that's pretty awesome.
So,
like, I'll give them that much.
People can say what they want about Tom Brady. They can try to dismiss it and be like, yo, that's what you should have expected with that team. It's like, okay, but he did it. And I give him credit. I say, Tom Brady, you're the GOAT. And I will say it next year when they go to the playoffs again. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not. Again, maybe if I can at least go to a game this season, we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're good. Because I know with even the Angels game, I tried looking for a few tickets. Man, they got outrageous. Because it's like, again, since there's not as much, or they can't have as much supply because they can't pack the stadium. Otherwise, they break COVID protocols.
Yeah.
But it's just like all this crap, man. The ticket prices are soaring, and they were already bad enough. I mean, maybe not Angel Stadium so much, but even like minor league baseball games. Me and Sarah were looking into that, and they've more than doubled. They used to be like we'd get prime seats behind like third plate or home plate near third baseline, and those were only like $15, and now they're like 30 plus.
Yeah.
And that's for a minor league game.
Jeez.
Just like, what the heck, man? And then I don't even want to know what friggin' football is going to be. Those are already several $100s. Now it's going to be like $1,000 for nosebleeds.
Well, hey, John. Guess who's the host of Jeopardy the last week?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Aaron
Yeah, your guy.
Rodgers was the host of Jeopardy this last week, and people liked him. I thought,
Yes.
I don't know, maybe because I'm comparing him to Alex Trebek, I
Right.
thought this is a little bit boring. But he had his moments. There was a question about the Packers.
Oh
and
my gosh, the troll of the century.
All of the contestants missed it. So Aaron Rodgers was like, the Green Bay Packers? And nobody got it. And I don't know, the little...
Oh, so they didn't know who he was, huh?
Well, they know who Aaron Rodgers is, but the...
Just like with him as the host, how do you not think the connection of Green Bay Packers?
Yeah.
Like,
it's so he had some like flashes of Alex Trebek in his like calm snarkiness. And he really wants the job. He wants to be the permanent host of Jeopardy. He says they film something like I think 70 to 100 days a year, and he plays football like 150 of those days.
Right.
So he's got time to do it.
Yeah.
He really wants this job.
Look, honestly, like, again, I know I've always talked high praise about Aaron Rodgers, but I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. I do think he'd be a good fit. Like, and if they don't go with, like, say, Ken Jennings or something just because he's, like, the historical great figure of Jeopardy, like, I think Aaron Rodgers could be a good host. It's like, again, he had 1 week. He's still getting a feel for it, but he, like you said, he's having his moments. So it's like, if he could just work on the craft a little bit more, I think he would be a great host.
I watched clips from the first episode they hosted, and it was pretty boring. And then by the last one, he was sounding quite a bit better. He sounded a lot more interesting. He might be able to grow into it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's my pick yet, but it would be interesting to see.
Well, I thought you were going to bring up the other thing, too, when it was one of the questions for the, I don't know if it was Final Jeopardy or what. Oh, so this is what I thought you were talking about, the troll of the century. So last year in the playoff game, they were actually playing the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship. And they were down by, 10 points, or was it like 6? It was something weird where they were going to have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So it was 8 points. It was going to be a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie the game up and go into overtime. And their head coach, Matt LaFleur, he decided to kick a field goal, which only gets you 3 points. And with like less than a minute left in the game, they had to hope for an onside kick at best. And it's just like, it's at this point in time with football and the rules that they have, it's astronomically impossible to really like even get the onside kick back because you have to wait till the ball's touched. It has to go 10 yards, blah blah, like all this stuff, and so it just makes it nearly impossible. So, and that's what the coach decided to play. They clearly lost because the Buccaneers went on to win it.
Right.
So in the Final Jeopardy question, I don't even know what the question was, but Aaron Rodgers is like showing the contestants answers, and you know how like they'll go to each podium and you see like the little blue tab at the bottom show up, and you'll see their handwriting of what they put down for their question. And one of the contestants put down, who decided to kick that field goal? And Aaron Rodgers sat there and just kind of chuckled to himself, and he was just like, Not me.
He was like, that is a good question.
Yeah, there you go. He's like, that is a very good question to ask. Like, and just freaking, oh my gosh, funny. Dude. Yeah, it's like for any sports fans and Jeopardy fans, like, no, seeing that happen, I was like, see, that's fun. He can have fun in those moments. And that's where, like you said, Luke, it's one of those peak moments where it's like he's showing signs that he could be a good, replacement. And I'm not saying he will be Alex Trebek, but the same way we won't have someone who's going to be Luke Byther. But we will have somebody to try to fill that hole. That sweet, sweet hole will be filled.
If Alex Trebek were still here, I would recommend that he take my spot on this show.
We would love that. His soft, soothing voice, man. That'd be nice. But miss you, Alex.
Yeah.
Who should we replace you with?
A broom?
Send in your applications to Some Things Podcast Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter page, and we'll get back to you with an interview, possibly.
Yeah, maybe an interview. We'll see how it goes.
We might throw you on the show on the spot.
All right. Well, I don't know. What do you
guys?
We got
baseball.
Baseball? Oh, we still have baseball?
Yeah.
That's still going?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Guess where I was last night?
Your mom's house.
I went to an Angel game.
Oh, that's right. You did go to an Angel game.
I went to an Angel game.
You were able to... Okay, because you said that there's new stipulations and rules, right? When you buy tickets, like you have to get like a bunch of them or something?
I don't know if they sell single seats. I was way late for that.
Right.
They do sell 2 seats, and they were all out of them. They sell 3 seats, and they were all out of them.
Oh,
and
man.
they sell 4 seats. So I was out. I did somebody's recital in Cal State Fullerton.
Okay.
So after the recital, I was like, let's give it a shot. So I drove down to Angels Stadium, parked in some like free parking on the street, and then just walked the rest of the way. Went up to the ticket window, and they're not selling tickets there.
Right.
It's all online. So I just stood there waiting for other people like me who had no idea. I was just like waiting at the window watching and be like, hey, are you trying to find a group to buy tickets? So I ended up finding a guy once the game started, a group of 2 tickets opened up.
Okay.
So this other guy and I, we went over there. So this is during the beginning of the first inning. So we bought the tickets. It was like $75. They weren't too bad. You know that strip along, not the top section.
Not like the third.
But the strip that's like in between.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was on that.
That's not too bad.
It was by the right field foul pole.
Okay.
So it really wasn't too bad. And for not having baseball in over a year, and honestly, maybe being my last time in Angels Stadium for quite a while.
Right.
It was worth it.
Of course.
And guys, okay. What are the best experiences you can have when you go to watch a baseball game? Like, what do you hope to see when you go to a game?
Mike Trout and Pujols making out.
John?
So definitely not that.
He goes more else.
When you go to an Angels game,
What's the first thing when you go to a game? What do you hope for? What's the first thing you hope for?
I love
National
just
anthem?
walking out of like either you're coming up the ramp or the hallway and then just seeing it all open up.
Think less specifically. Like you go to a game. What do you hope to see? You hope to see your team win, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Check. What else do you hope to see?
Free food.
A baseball going to the crowd, someone catching it.
Okay, that happened. Somebody made a spectacular catch. The entire crowd started shouting
Nice.
MVP. Like MVP. After this person caught it. Okay, so check.
Okay. What? We already said the view of the field.
Someone spilling their food.
You want to see
fans?
home runs, right?
Home runs,
Okay.
yeah.
Check. There were home runs.
Okay.
You want to see back-to-back home runs?
Yeah.
Got
Check.
that.
That was on there. You want to see grand slam?
Yeah.
That happened.
Check. That happened.
Sheesh.
You want to see a high-scoring game? Check. The Angels won 10-3. Let's see. What else could possibly... You want to end up on the camera, right?
Yes.
I was close. Okay. But it was...
I was.
Yeah.
It was
not quite a
10,
check.
It was 10 feet away from me. If I were obnoxious, I could have easily ran over to them and like jumped in
Right. Got in the shot.
there with them. Yeah.
That's fun.
So
They'd kick you out because of social distancing.
yeah, and you want to see a streaker, right?
Oh no.
Close.
Oh.
Well, not really close.
Just
But
shirtless or
no, there was an Indians fan there.
okay.
Twins fan. Sorry.
Twins fan, yeah.
Twins fan there, and he ended up taking off his hat and rooting for the Angels.
That's always great when you see the other team so dejected they switch in the middle of the game.
So this was one of my favorite experiences in Angels Stadium. Fantastic game,
Yeah.
and maybe my last one for quite a while.
Definitely glad God gave you a good send off for the
Yeah.
Angels.
Yeah.
Just the dominant performance, all the fun stuff all around
Yeah.
you.
Hey, and how about this? When I go to Angel games, I've been to like 10-ish. My record there is like 8-2.
Okay.
Like they need to start paying me to come to Angel games. They need to sponsor Angels. Sponsor Luke.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. We got to buy these tickets in bulk anyway. Get the three of us. Sponsor the Some Things Pod.
Yeah, sponsor the Some Things podcast. We'll keep talking about your games, and you guys will keep winning because every time I go, you'll win.
That's true.
Number one fan.
Nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's more baseball news to talk about.
Okay.
Because it's back. And the Angels are off to quite a hot start.
Quite a hot start.
The Dodgers were the first to 10 wins.
Correct.
So they're as good as you would think. But the Angels are actually looking like a decent team.
Yeah.
I think we're 8-4, something like that.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. They're tearing it up.
You know what my favorite thing about baseball I heard this past week was?
Beer.
No. So I was listening to like a morning show right on the radio driving to work.
Okay.
Right.
And it was opening day for the Dodgers.
Right.
And the lady host goes, and for all you Dodger fans, like me included, like it's opening day for us, like go Dodgers, like we're excited, we're the World Series champs. And the guy butts in and he's like, you're modified World Series champs.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we should point that out. Shout out to the Dodgers for winning the World Series.
Yeah, another championship for LA.
That did happen. There was baseball in 2020, a little bit, and the Dodgers did win it. So congratulations.
Good job.
Yeah. All right, well, with all that being said, guys, I think this has been a very eventful podcast. Again, it was kind of a mishmash. Like I said, guys, we didn't have our usual list like usual. But, I hope we were able to...
Usual like usual.
Usual like usual.
Like usual.
I hope we were able to entertain your ear holes for at least an hour here. And again, hopefully we can get this back on a weekly basis, and we hope to hear from you guys again as fans.
If there's a segment you're looking for, let us know. We'll try to squeeze it in here. We're trying to just shoot out episodes. We're hoping to do it every... Wow.
How
do you chuckle at that?
He laughed and I laughed. I don't even know what was so funny about it.
But we're trying to do episodes hopefully every week, maybe more like every 2 weeks. But
yeah, at least try to get some basis.
Let us know if you wanna segment back. We've done world records a few times. We got Am I the Butthole?
Mm-hmm. Always a good staple.
One of my personal favorites, so we only did once, was the summarize a movie badly and try to figure it out.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. Hopefully we can get those back. But I think that's it for this episode.
Yep, that's it. That's a wrap, guys. So everyone, congratulations to hearing us, and hope to talk to you again soon.
See ya.
Later.